So there I was, staring at my savings account like it had personally betrayed me. $12,347. $12,347. I'd been saving for years, and I wasn't even close to being a millionaire. I did the math in my head. Well, I tried to do the math in my head and figured at this rate I'd hit $1 million by the time I was, counts on fingers, 137 years old. Dough! I threw my phone across the couch and went to the fridge, grabbed a beer. Beer. At least beer never disappoints me. Beer is consistent. Beer doesn't require compound interest to make me happy. But then something weird happened. I was scrolling through my banking app, you know, that thing you do when you're sad and want to feel sadder, and I noticed my buddy's savings account. He'd been bragging about hitting $200,000. 200 grand, and he kept saying something that made no sense to me. Dude, I'm already halfway to $1 million. Halfway? Halfway? I laughed out loud, scared the cat. 200,000 is not half of 1 million. Even I know that. Half of $1 million is 500,000. That's basic. That's like elementary school math. But then he said something that broke my brain. It's not about the number, man. It's about the time. And that's when I realized I had no idea how money actually works. Hey, it's me, your friendly neighborhood financial disaster. And if you're watching this video, chances are you're just like me. You thought saving money was simple. You put money in. Money sits there. Eventually, money becomes big pile of money, right? Wrong. So wrong. I thought I was the only idiot who didn't understand this stuff. Turns out, most of us are walking around completely clueless about how wealth actually builds. We're all just sitting here, waiting for our savings accounts to magically turn into millions while we eat pizza and watch TV. Speaking of pizza, pizza. Focus! Here's the thing. I've made basically every money mistake you can make. Mistake number 1. I kept all my money in a regular savings account earning 0.01% interest. I thought I was being smart and safe. Turns out I was basically hiding cash under a mattress, except the mattress was on fire because of inflation. Mistake number 2. I thought saving $100 a month was basically the same as saving $500 a month. I mean, they're both saving, right? Wrong. That difference is literally hundreds of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. But did I know that? Nope. Mistake number 3. I genuinely believed that getting to $1 million required saving $1 million, like manually, dollar by dollar, all of it coming from my paycheck. The idea that money could make money seemed like some kind of rich people magic trick. And here's the really scary part. According to a 2023 survey, 64% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. 64%. That means most of us are in the same boat. A boat that's slowly sinking because none of us learned this stuff in school. Nobody taught us about compound interest. Nobody explained why the first $100,000 takes forever, but the next $100,000 happens way faster. Nobody told us that $200,000 is basically the cheat code point where everything accelerates. I had to learn all of this the hard way, by being broke, by watching my friends somehow get ahead while I stayed stuck, by finally asking, why does this keep happening to me? So let me tell you the story of how I figured this out, and why I felt like a complete doofus when I finally did. Okay, so picture this. It's 2019. I'm 28 years old. I've been working for like 6 years at this point, and I finally hit $10,000 in savings. $10,000! I felt like a king. I went out for wings to celebrate. Wings. Ordered the extra spicy ones. Paid with my debit card like a responsible adult who definitely has his life together. Then I did some math. Dangerous, I know. I thought, okay, if it took me 6 years to save $10,000, then to get to $1 million, I just need to do that. Counts on fingers, 100 more times. So that's 600 years. Wait, that can't be right. I tried again. No. If I save $10,000 every 6 years, that's, 10,000 times 100 is 1 million divided by 6. So I need 100 6-year periods. Which is... My brain hurt. I gave up and had another beer. Here's what I actually thought was happening. I believed that saving money was linear, like a straight line. You save $1,000, you're 0.1% of the way to $1 million. You save $100,000, you're 10% of the way there. You save $500,000, you're exactly halfway. Simple, logical, made total sense to me. Except it was completely, utterly, catastrophically wrong. Fast forward to last year. My buddy, the one I mentioned earlier, he's been investing consistently since his early 20s. He hit $200,000, and he kept saying this thing that drove me crazy. Dude, I'm halfway there. The hard part's over. And I'm sitting there like, bro, you can't do math. 200,000 is not half of 1 million. It's literally 20%. You're not even close to halfway. But he just smiled. That annoying smile people make when they know something you don't. So I finally asked him to explain it. And what he told me made my head explode. He said, it's not about the dollars, it's about the time. If you invest $200,000 and let it grow at 8% average annual returns, it doubles roughly every 9 years. So in 9 years, I'll have $400,000. In another 9 years, I'll have $800,000. And in just a few more years after that, I'll cross $1 million. I stared at him. Wait, so you're saying you don't have to save the other $800,000? Exactly! The money just makes itself? Compound interest, my guy. Dough! I went home and did the actual math, and oh no! If I invested $200,000 at 8% annual returns and never added another penny, here's what happens. Year 9, $399,792, basically $400,000. Year 18, $798,368, basically $800,000. Year 21, $1,003,649, over $1 million. 21 years, just sitting there, not doing anything. Meanwhile, to get that first $200,000, if I was saving $500 a month and investing it at 8%, it would take me about 19 years to get there. So the first $200,000 takes 19 years. The next $800,000 takes only 21 years. I'd been doing this completely backwards. I thought the hard part was the big numbers. Turns out the hard part is the beginning. And I'd wasted 6 years barely trying. Okay, so here's what I finally understood. And honestly, I felt like such an idiot when it clicked. Wealth building is like an iceberg, but backwards. Stay with me here. Most of an iceberg is underwater, right? You only see the tip. Well, wealth building is the opposite. The beginning. That first $50,000, $100,000, $200,000. That's the massive underwater part. That's the part where you're grinding, saving every dollar, eating ramen, saying no to stuff. It's exhausting. It's invisible. Nobody sees it. You feel like you're getting nowhere. But once you break the surface, once you hit that $200,000 mark, that's when the magic happens. That's when your money starts doing the heavy lifting for you. Here's the actual numbers that blew my mind. Let's say you're investing $500 a month at an 8% average annual return. Totally realistic if you're using index funds or a retirement account. Here's the timeline. Years 0 to 10. You've saved $60,000 of your own money. But with growth, your account is worth about $91,500. Decent, but not life-changing. Years 10 to 19. You save another $54,000. But now, your account is worth $200,000. You're starting to see serious growth because your earlier money has been working for you. Years 19 to 28. You save another $54,000. Your account? $450,000. Wait, what? You only added $54,000 but gained $250,000? Years 28 to 35. You save another $42,000. Your account hits $1 million. Let me say that again. In the last 7 years, you only contributed $42,000, but your account grew by $550,000. The money made more money than you did. It's like if I bought a pizza, and then that pizza started making more pizzas, and then those pizzas started making pizzas, and eventually I'm swimming in an ocean of pizza without having to... Okay, I lost the analogy, but you get it. According to financial experts, this is called the wealth accumulation snowball. The first $100,000 is the hardest because you're building entirely from your own contributions. But once you hit $200,000, roughly half of your future growth comes from investment returns, not your paycheck. And it gets worse. Or better? I don't know anymore. Charlie Munger, one of the smartest investors ever, he said the first $100,000 is a beach to get. His words, not mine. But he said once you get there, the money starts working exponentially. Here's why $200,000 is the magic number. At 8% returns, $200,000 generates $16,000 per year in growth. That's like getting an extra $1,333 every single month for doing absolutely nothing. You could literally sit on your couch, drink beer, and your money makes more than a lot of people's part-time jobs. Beer and free money. I'd been thinking about this all wrong. I thought being halfway to $1 million meant having $500,000 saved. But it actually means having enough money that compound interest does half the work for you. $200,000 is that point. And I was nowhere close. All right, so after my mini existential crisis, and another beer, I sat down and made an actual plan. At first I thought, well, I'm screwed, I'm already behind, I'll never catch up. Might as well just buy lottery tickets and hope for the best. But then I realized, wait, if $200,000 is the magic number where everything gets easier, then I just need to get to $200,000. That's it. That's the whole game. So here's what I'm actually doing now. And if you're starting from zero, like I basically was, you can do this too. Step 1. Automate $500 a month into investments. I set up automatic transfers. $500 goes straight from my checking account into my Roth IRA and brokerage account before I can even think about spending it on pizza or wings or, okay, mostly pizza. At $500 a month with 8% returns, I'll hit $200,000 in about 19 years. I'll be 47. Not ideal, but way better than never. Step 2. Increase contributions by 1% every year. This is the part I didn't know about. If I just bump my savings by a tiny amount each year, like from $500 to $505, then $510, I barely notice it. But it shaves years off the timeline. With annual increases, I could hit $200,000 in closer to 16 years instead of 19. That's 3 whole years of my life back. Step 3. Invest windfalls like tax refunds and bonuses. Last year I got a $1,200 tax refund. You know what I did? I bought a new TV. A TV that I barely watch. If I'd invested that $1,200 instead, at 8% growth over 20 years, it would have turned into $5,587. I basically threw away $5,000 for a TV that'll be obsolete in 3 years. Dough! From now on, every bonus, every tax refund, every birthday check from Grandma, it's all going into investments. Step 4. Use a high-yield savings account for my emergency fund. I had $5,000 sitting in a regular savings account earning basically nothing. I moved it to a high-yield savings account earning 4.5%. That's an extra $225 a year for doing literally nothing except clicking a few buttons. Free money! It's like finding $225 in your couch cushions, except the couch is the internet and the cushions are... Okay, I lost this one too. Step 5. Don't touch it. Seriously, don't. This is the hardest part for me. I have the impulse control of me. If I see money, I want to spend it. But here's what I keep telling myself. Every dollar I take out now costs me $3 in the future because of compound growth. That $20 beer? It's actually a $60 beer when you factor in what it could have grown into. Suddenly, beer seems less appealing. Okay, no, beer still seems great, but at least now I know what I'm giving up. Look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I've got it all figured out now. I still mess up. I still buy stupid stuff. Last week I ordered Thai food 3 times. 3 times! I don't even like Thai food that much. I was just too lazy to cook. But here's the thing I finally understand. Getting to $200,000 isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about that boring $500 every single month. It's about not touching it when things get tough or when you really, really want a new TV. It's about playing the long game even though the long game is really, really long and you'd rather just eat donuts and watch TV. Donuts. The point is, that first $200,000, that's your job. You have to grind for it, save for it, sacrifice for it. It's hard. It takes forever. You'll want to quit about 1,000 times. But once you get there, the next $800,000 is compound interest's job. You just have to not screw it up. So here's what I want you to do. If this video helped you understand why $200,000 is actually halfway to $1 million, not in dollars, but in time, then hit that like button. Subscribe if you want more financial stuff explained by an idiot who learned it the hard way. And drop a comment below. What's your current savings goal? Are you going for that first $10,000? $50,000? $100,000? Let me know. Maybe we can all be broke together until we're suddenly not broke. And hey, if you made it this far, you're already doing better than past me, who would have clicked away to watch pizza review videos. Speaking of pizza, no, focus. Invest first, then pizza? Okay, pizza first, but invest right after. I'll see you in the next one. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some automated transfers to set up and a fridge that's calling my name. Financial responsibility and beer.